What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. One thing I just don't like, family, is somebody who is unaccountable. And I have to say, that is Mia Thornton. If any of you guys have watched The Real Housewives of Potomac, you will know Mia Thornton. And basically, man, she's a trip, okay? She be on there sleeping with other women on the show, from what I understand. And, you know, she's out here, she out here booty clapping all the way up, all right? She was married to this older guy by the name of Gordon Thornton, who was 32 years older than her at the time, okay? Now listen, let me just say this. I know a lot of you brothers like women who are younger, okay, who are attractive, and they do all of that. I feel you, brother. I'm not mad that you like it, okay? But you know damn well that nobody wants your ass, and a person is 19. Your ass is 51. If you do not stay out of those 19-year-old cheeks, I don't know what I'm gonna do to you. I have no idea what I'm gonna do to you. All I know is that you're gonna get that work. If I find out, I'm gonna roast you. What do you even talk to? And I know it's legal, family. I know it's legal. I know it's legal. But what do you talk to? What do you talk about with somebody that age? What do y'all talk about? Okay? Now, let me also tell you this. When you're 51, you might be able to clap cheeks still with somebody inexperienced that might be, you know, under 25. Here's what's gonna happen when your ass get older. You're not gonna be able to clap. You're not gonna be able to keep up with those young cheeks, okay? Those young cheeks need clapping, and your ass, if you working and you know you doing your thing and all of that, you're not gonna be able to keep up. Now, here's what's gonna happen, because she don't really like you like that. You need to have a lot of money if you're that older, or be extremely good looking with some game. And then also, you need to make sure that you keep your prominence up. Now, what happened with this dude, he wasn't able to do that. He couldn't keep clapping the cheeks, so he allowed her. Think about this. He allowed her to go out there and deal with a dude on the side that could keep her sexually happy. He was okay with it. Now, here is what he told TMZ when she decided to leave his ass on the low.
I know there's going to come a time when I probably won't be able to satisfy all your needs. I want you to know that I am okay with you finding what you need elsewhere. I only have two rules. One is, don't give me a reason to look for it. Secondly, keep the kids out of it. As long as you'll do that, I'm fine. Now, what really aggravates me through all of this is that I've given her permission, but yet she still chooses to sneak around, chooses to lie, chooses to continually change her story about what's going on and why she's leaving me and this, that, and the other, and actually not even telling me why. What she's told me, she's told me that this guy's her soulmate. I said, well, hey, you can have the best of both worlds. I've said you can see someone, just don't make it public. Be careful and don't involve the kids. Well, she was still sneaking around and thinking I didn't know. I mean, I see the phone records. I pay the phone bills. My name's on the account. I see. And I see the calls at 2 o'clock in the morning and the times when I'm away from home and all those kinds of things. So I knew what was going on. But, you know, she made the choice, I guess, to choose him over me. I do agree that Mia married me for my money and the future that she thought I could provide. Yeah, I absolutely believe her leaving me now is tied to the fact that I don't have access to assets and my funds are limited at this point in time, that she now has access to funds. And this guy that she's seeing, she believes has access to funds. And I think she's leaving me for that reason.
Now, okay, you hear that, right? So listen to this. She actually at some point responded to this, and they wasn't divorced yet. Here's the reason that she gave for doing the divorce.
My breaking points, because you know we're trying to work it out. Like, you guys get to see that we're trying to go through counseling, and that was very real. And I want to say my breaking point is when he publicly decided to shame, and I said, okay, this is not what we're doing, and I filed. Yeah, I did, because I'm like, okay, let's go ahead and get this clock rolling. And I just don't want to be a part of it. I would never publicly, you know, here's Gordon going to a platform and publicly shaming me. And I was over on this end with my team trying to figure out how to make sure that we didn't like shame him back. Like, how do we make sure that I'm trying to reel him in, you know, and we need to work together for as a family, we have these beautiful babies that we're raising.
So damn. You waited. Listen, I can tell you like this is crazy, right? A lot of y'all don't understand. So basically, this dude who was basically, you were cheating on, your husband had an agreement. You're not coming home, all right? I'm not saying he all the way right or anything like that, but you're not doing what you're supposed to do at all, right? You're not doing it at all. So what you end up doing is going to tell the whole entire world. You're telling the entire world that you divorced him because he went public with it, but basically, you over here taking pictures with the guy all on the internet. How is it public? The dude's a DJ or something like that. Now, look at this. She gonna make a post about this just the other day, right? I want you to look at the unaccountability in this. Go ahead, Miss Mia Thornton. It says this: tired of protecting. Met my soon-to-be ex-husband at the men's club Charlotte when I was 19 years old. He would come into the club during certain seasons and spend endless amounts of money. Naturally, I was fresh baked. Being the young and impressionable adolescent adult, he masterminded and manipulated me into thinking he was the successful pillar in the community. Maybe he once was, but his bones were buried deep. He won me in by showing interest in a charity organization that I was affiliated with and connected me with prominent people in the city. Okay, hold on. So basically, you at 19, he's still dusty for this, but your ass wouldn't have never met none of them people had it not been for him. Completely grazing over one of our first conversations of this very vague request. I'm looking for a woman who will make me a kept man. He would teach me what he knew in business that needed me to be his worker bee. When I tried to distance myself, he started showing up at my home unannounced and told me if I didn't follow this guidance, I would never amount to anything. This is exactly how my first couple years went, trapped, confused, yet still found my way through it all. My 24-year-old self is now sitting at the headset of the executive table, running a multi-million-dollar business, providing for my children, driving custom cars, traveling the world. What many would call the dream life. What my soon-to-be ex-husband failed to share was the excessive spending and lavish gifts were soon going to end because as he didn't know when to stop spending and he wouldn't know how to stop buying women. After walking on him having sex and making out with a friend of mine in our home, I soon decided that this was not what I wanted nor deserved. Okay? So, this is something that he doesn't deny. But let me just say this. What you have today, and I'm not trying to say that he's not wrong for that, even though it's not against the law. We know you because of this guy. We don't know you because of other things, right? And the thing is, you did it. If you didn't want him to at that age, boo, you could have said no. You said no. Now, she did say when he was broke and didn't have no money in his account, she remained in the marriage and helped him back on the feet, okay? And all of this. But whatever. You knew what you was doing, okay? Both of y'all is dusty for real. And y'all deserve what y'all get. Now you out here, acting like, oh, he went public with it and all this stuff and everything. Well, if you're taking pictures with another man publicly, what is he supposed to say? Like, hey man, what is your wife doing hugged up with some dude that don't have anything? And this is what I'm talking about. This is why dudes gotta be very careful. When you start dealing with these ladies, man, that are only there for your money, you gotta be careful, bro. That's why I just stay, look, just give me somebody who like me. Long as they a little thick. See, some of y'all just, you don't even have to spend. Let me just tell you something, a player's secret, man. You don't have to give them all that money for real if they like you. That's the problem. If they don't like you, you gotta spend all that money. But if they like you just a little bit, you don't have to do all that extra stuff because most ladies are not really used to getting all that stuff like that. Like, why would you give somebody, like, if you're hella rich, you're balling. Why do you give someone who don't work for that kind of stuff, that kind of lifestyle? They don't need it because all they're gonna do anyway is leave you for somebody. The next guy can't get that to them. And they're gonna be okay with that and they'll have to just work for what they're getting. But they don't need all that nice stuff. What do they need that for? To do what? They don't need it. If they need it, they'll work for it. Which we know that they're not gonna do that. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson back at it again. Another episode of The Celebrity Jump. I appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. We're out.